How's it going, everybody? The PlayStation Days of Play sale is running from now until June 10th, and there's a ton of absolute bangers on sale for up to 90% off. Every day I put together lists of the top games you can get at a deep discount, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's video. Alright, with that out of the way, that's enough yapping from me, so let's get straight into it. For $32, 20% off, Satisfactory is a first-person open-world factory-building game set on a vast 30-square-kilometer alien planet where you harvest resources, construct sprawling multi-story factories, and automate production lines with conveyor belts, pipes, trucks, and trains in an ever-expanding industrial empire. Explore diverse biomes, encounter local wildlife, and build solo or with friends in co-op as you optimize your factory to perfection for Fix-It Inc. It's a 91 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 230 hours to platinum. For $36, 60% off, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 Royal Edition is a richly immersive medieval RPG following Henry on an epic quest through a historically grounded 15th century Bohemia, blending deep role-playing with realistic combat, exploration, and consequence-driven choices. This Royal Edition includes the full base game, all story DLC, and additional expansions including Brushes with Death, Legacy of the Forge, and Mysteria Ecclesia. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 130 hours to platinum. For $15, 50% off, Shinobi Art of Vengeance is a 2D action platformer with hand-drawn visuals, putting you in the shoes of legendary ninja Joe Musashi on a quest to avenge his clan after their village is destroyed and kin turned to stone. Master ninja arts, including the katana borozuki, kunai, ninjutsu, and ninpo to execute devastating combos, acquire amulets for enhanced abilities, and use ningi tools to overcome obstacles and uncover hidden paths. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $19, 37% off, The Midnight Walk is a dark fantasy adventure built entirely in clay, following the Burnt One and their companion Potboy as they traverse a haunting world of light and shadow. Together, you'll explore 5 interwoven tales filled with monsters that crave Potboy's flame, eerie forests, forgotten ruins, and strange beings who blur the line between friend and foe, all presented through emotional storytelling and immersive stop-motion animation. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $21, 15% off, PowerWash Simulator 2 is a simulation game where you blast grime, dirt, and filth from Muckingham and beyond using an expanded arsenal of power washing tools. Explore new locations like Sponge Valley, Power Falls, and Lubra City, tackle multi-stage jobs that reveal hidden areas, clean vehicles and interiors, and customize your home base with furniture and trinkets while enjoying your cat companions as perfect distractions. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $18, 70% off, Octopath Traveler is a sprawling turn-based RPG set in the enchanting HD 2D world of Orstera, where 8 unique heroes each embark on personal journeys of discovery, redemption, and fate. You'll choose one traveler and forge your own path across 8 distinct regions, mastering deep strategic combat that blends classic turn-based systems with the innovative break-and-boost mechanic to exploit enemy weaknesses. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 110 hours to platinum. For $24, 60% off, Assassin's Creed The Ezio Collection lets you step into the legendary shoes of Ezio across 3 epic adventures, Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations, all remastered with enhanced graphics. Follow Ezio's journey from a young man learning the assassin's ways to leading the Brotherhood in Rome, and finally to Constantinople as he walks in the footsteps of his mentor Altair. It's an 87 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 110 hours to get all 3 platinums. For $16, 20% off, MIO Memories in Orbit is a beautiful Metroidvania where you awaken Mio, a nimble robot, to explore the mysterious vessel, a massive technological ark overgrown with vegetation and rogue machines. Explore a captivating, interconnected universe full of secrets and curiosities, earn new abilities to climb, glide, and master movement, and face over 30 enemies and 15 guardian bosses while uncovering the vessel's lost memories. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $12, 50% off, Cult of the Lamb is a darkly charming roguelike management game where you play as a possessed lamb building a devoted cult, spreading your influence and crushing heretics across an ever-changing world. Explore procedurally generated regions, collect resources, perform rituals, and train your woodland followers, all while embarking on dangerous crusades that blend combat, exploration, and clever, tactical decision-making. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $20, 60% off, Final Fantasy XVI is an epic dark fantasy RPG where you follow Clive Rossfield, the first Shield of Rosaria, sworn to protect his younger brother Joshua, the Dominant of the Phoenix. When tragedy strikes, Clive is thrust into a gripping tale of vengeance against Ifrit, a dark icon whose catastrophic power threatens the land, as you journey through a beautifully realized world shaped by colossal icons and their wielders. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 75 hours to platinum. For $30, 40% off. Yakuza 0 Director's Cut is an action-adventure brawler where you follow Kazuma Kiryu and Goro Majima through Tokyo and Osaka as their intertwined stories unfold in a gritty crime drama filled with betrayal. Explore detailed city districts, switch between multiple fighting styles, and experience expanded story content and multiplayer modes as you take on missions, side activities, and intense street battles across vibrant locations. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 140 hours to platinum. For $21, 65% off, Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance is a dark RPG where you play an Ahobino in post-apocalyptic Tokyo, wielding immense power to survive and shape the ongoing conflict between angels and demons. You'll experience 2 complete story paths while exploring sprawling wastelands, battling or befriending hundreds of demons, uncovering hidden secrets, and making impactful choices that determine the world's ultimate fate. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 150 hours to platinum. For $36, 40% off. The first Berserker, Khazan, is a hardcore action RPG set 800 years before Dungeon Fighter Online, following General Khazan on a brutal path of revenge with deep combat, flexible skill respecking, and a vast armory of weapons and gear sets. Conquer memorable boss battles demanding precise timing and adaptation, then extend the challenge with New Game Plus, Ultimate Challenge Mode, and Gauntlet modes Great General's Crucible and Berserker's Bloodshed. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $30, 70% off, Atomic Heart Gold Edition is a frenetic first-person action-adventure set in a utopian world gone horribly wrong, where humans once lived in harmony with robots before technology and experiments made them rebel against their creators. The Gold Edition includes the base game and the Atomic Pass, enhancing the experience with the Annihilation Instinct, Trapped in Limbo, and Enchantment Under the Sea story expansions. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $14, 30% off. Plants vs. Zombies Replanted brings the lane-based tower defense classic back in HD, refreshing the backyard war between plants and zombies with upscaled visuals and modern polish. You'll relive the pea-shooting, sun-collecting chaos through familiar modes alongside bonus levels, fresh challenges, and features like Cloudy Day Mode and the hardcore permadeath option, Rest in Peace, for added difficulty and strategy. It's an 89 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $11, 40% off, Crisol, Theater of Idols is a first-person horror action-adventure set on the cursed island of Tormentosa in a nightmarish reimagining of Spain, where soldier Gabriel wields his own blood as both weapon and ammunition. Explore eerie ruins and labyrinthine streets, unraveling dark folklore rooted in cults and sacrifice, while managing blood-powered abilities carefully. Every shot drains your life, balancing offense and survival. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $10, 65% off, Trine 5, A Clockwork Conspiracy reunites Amadeus the Wizard, Zoya the Thief, and Pontius the Knight to battle a fearsome clockwork army and save loved ones in a richly detailed fantasy world full of danger and wonder. Explore stunning 2.5D landscapes, solve upgraded puzzles, and engage in intense combat solo or with up to 3 friends in local or online co-op, while leveling up each hero through a new skill quest system. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $19, 25% off, Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered lets you play as Vampire Kain and betrayed Lieutenant Raziel, each with distinct combat styles and abilities, battling through gothic ruins, ancient temples, and strongholds filled with enemies, puzzles, and dark secrets. This remaster features HD visuals, refined controls, photo mode, alternate skins, a lore reader, and unreleased lost levels, with the option to toggle between classic and modern presentation. It's a 78 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $15, 75% off, Persona 5 Royal is the definitive edition of Atlus's acclaimed JRPG, blending stylish turn-based combat, social sim progression, and story-driven exploration into a massive adventure about rebellion and personal growth. Follow the protagonist as he transfers to a Tokyo high school, awakens to eerie visions of ruin, and leads the Phantom Thieves to expose corruption by infiltrating surreal palaces shaped by twisted desires. It's a 94 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 120 hours to platinum. For $19, 75% off, Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii Deluxe Edition transforms Goro Majima into a swashbuckling ex-Yakuza pirate captain on a high-seas adventure filled with lost memories and legendary treasure. This deluxe edition includes legendary crewmates, ship customization packs, iconic outfits, extra karaoke tracks, and an expanded soundtrack to enhance your pirate escapades across islands and enemy-infested waters. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $27, 33% off, STALKER Legends of the Zone Trilogy delivers a remastered survival FPS experience across 3 iconic games, Shadow of Chernobyl, Clear Sky, and Call of Pripyat, bringing the haunting, radioactive zone to a new generation. Explore deadly anomalies, face mutated creatures, navigate faction conflicts, and make morally charged decisions in a dark, atmospheric world where danger and solitude define every step. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 100 hours to get all 3 platinums. For $23, 35% off. For $24, 30% off, The Alters is an ambitious sci-fi survival game where you play Jan Dolsky, the lone survivor of a crash-landed expedition on a hostile planet. Use Rapidium to create alternative versions of Jan shaped by a different crucial decision from his past, and navigate a branching narrative full of moral dilemmas, captivating character dynamics, and survival challenges while crafting items, gathering resources, and managing your base. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $30, 50% off, Until Dawn is a cinematic, choice-driven horror experience that blends the tension of a slasher film with the interactivity of a branching narrative game, delivering a suspenseful, edge-of-your-seat adventure full of shocking twists. Trapped on a remote mountain retreat, 8 friends must survive a night of terror as mysterious forces close in and their darkest secrets surface, with fear and paranoia building at every turn. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $21, 70% off, Remnant 2 Ultimate Edition is a brutal third-person action RPG where you face towering bosses and reality-shattering evils solo or in co-op with 2 friends, blending melee, ranged gunplay, and boss encounters that demand teamwork and smart skill use. Branching quests, dynamic dungeons, and varied loot keep runs fresh, further expanded by 3 DLC packs with new storylines, environments, creatures, and bonus items. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $29, 58% off, Monster Hunter Wilds is an action RPG where environments transform drastically, challenging you to hunt monsters, craft weapons and armor, and uncover connections between humans and creatures of the Forbidden Lands. Explore regions with shifting weather and periods of plenty, fallow, and inclemency where monsters adapt and demand evolving strategies, while forging bonds with partners and allies. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 120 hours to platinum. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is, if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sale stuff that I put out, leave a like, and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.